Welcome back, everybody. Well, hope someone watches it. I've been gone that long I haven't posted a video in that long. But today, the video is starting with, so kinda bought a hedge cutter. Well, traded in and changed it. So, bought this, a Mcconnell PA6570T, right? Can't even remember the number on the ball. So yeah, this one is, yeah, don't mind lights there. It's just the plug on the tractor needs a new socket. Anyways, but yeah. So this is the hedge cutter. I didn't see much online about hedge cutters, because usually I would look in a good bit on YouTube and stuff. Just before I buy it, just have a look. Like, you know, you'd like to see lads use it. So anyway, so I'll give a quick run through. So 70 horsepower hydraulic system, 6.5 meter telescopic reach. So 1 meter is telescopic and the rest is just fixed boom. Yeah, and then this is all the stuff. There's all the solenoids and hydraulics and all that crack is in here. And then there's your oil tank, and then there's your filler, and then you've got a few bits of yokes here. It's good that it has a lid. I like that now, because everything's sealed. Like other brands, we had a Spearhead, and just look at the Spearheads, like they don't have it sealed a lot of time. But anyways, and then that is like a cushion. That's a good idea. It's like a cushion, so when you're on the road, it like it kind of gives you a bit of a cushion from the boom banging. Like it's actually it's really nice on the road now, to be honest. Yeah, it's really nice on the road. Compared to the other one, this one slews behind you and sits like this, whereas the old one used to be like sitting out at the side of the tire, and it was very annoying going through towns and watching it. But yeah, so run through the head now. The head it's a tough cut head, so you can undo the flails with just the one thing. So you it sits into the top, and then you only need the socket there, one socket. You don't need to bring a spanner with you or anything, which is a good job now. So yeah. And they're an F14 flail as well, so you liked about the McConnell compared to the Spearhead. Like Spearhead, you're getting quite a small flail. Like they wouldn't have nearly the strength the F14 would have there, or even the, yeah, I know you can get the Spearhead with the F10, but like they didn't have the F14 option or anything. So I know they're all made by the same crowd. They're all made by that group, I don't even know what they're called, Almo or something like that. They make like Toes, McConnell, Spearhead and Bomford. But no, the McConnell, the main set apart was kind of just the head, and I suppose it is the most premium of the three by a good bit. The mounting point, the way it's mounted is 3-point linkage machine. It has kind of a slot there to allow a bit of movement. There is not all the weight is balanced on the A-frame. There's a bit of weight in the arms, which is kind of good, because the Spearhead was all on the A-frame. I don't know, they're both good systems, to be fair. Like, there's nothing wrong with Spearhead mounting system. Yes, this one, I know it is a nice machine now, to be fair. It's got an oil cooler in there built in. I like that too. It's in behind the mesh there. It's in behind the mesh, whereas the other brands kind of had it more exposed outside. Well, Spearhead did now. And then the reason I went for McConnell as well, local enough dealer. We're getting parts to the Spearhead before, and they weren't like, they have a good dealer network in England now, to be fair to them. From what I've seen anyway, it looks to be a good dealer network in England, but do not have an exceptional dealer network in Ireland now at all. So yeah, this one came with Revolution controls as well, which is now, like, it's nice. Like, I never drove the ones with motion, which is the other one. Motion's the kind of, it's like a little spinny yoke, and you don't get a screen. You just get buttons here to do all the functions that be on the screen. Look, to be honest now, the screen wouldn't be the biggest advantage. Like, I like the way that it tells you when to service stuff. Look, I've only been driving this yoke for 2 days, say two bits of days on it, so still only getting in on it. Like, I just said I'd put up a quick video, so I haven't been around put up a video in a long time now. Never put up anything during the summer. I was putting up a bit on TikTok there. Do like doing it with the drone on a few silage videos. The TikTok there is by Harry69. So yeah, you can look at TikToks to see silage videos. But look, just didn't. This year probably I will do some more videos, put more work into them, because I do think they're good, fun to make, and sure, look, why not? I like machinery and I like making videos, so they're a bit of crack, like. And the hedge gun's not bad either. Look, a lot of lads give out about how boring it is, but I have to say it's not that bad. Like, it's better than sitting in a yard or standing out in a wet, cold yard doing something else in the middle of January. Like, that's the other alternative. Anyway, I'll give a quick run through the screen and I'll give a quick run through the hedge butter. And sure, I'm still only getting used to this, so I couldn't give a definitive. Don't think any. This is first impressions, really. There'll be no definitive review on it, but by the looks of it now, and everyone seems to have McConnell. Everyone around us is McConnell. I think everyone nearly, I'd say 80% of Ireland is McConnell, so I don't see why they couldn't be. They kind of have to be good, you know. So anyway, we're just going to breast this hedge and just take a big lump of verge off it. So yeah, knock on the PTO here now and I'll show you it holding about. So you turn on your hedge core here and you press this yoke to divert this roller from telescopic to slew. So we're gonna let her out there, move it out so it doesn't hit the cab, and then we're gonna slew it around the whole way till she's stopped. So yeah, and then I'm gonna press this yoke here to change it. This yoke here again to change it from slew to telescopic, so you can let her out. Allow her in at the telescopic door. And then we got this roller is for tilt. So yeah, what I like about them as well, they're very like sensitive. Like if you move it a little bit, like it gets moving really slowly, and then you jam it, it goes fast. Like it's very good that way. A lot of the other hedge cutters control for, like, most of their controls for like in and out and up and down are all very proportional and, you know, reactive. But a lot of them have the slew as just kind of like an all or nothing thing, so it's basically the same as pressing a button. Whereas these are very reactive. See, I'll run through the screen quickly here now. So we've got this screen, and then we'll turn on the rotor here now. Press this yoke. Press the direction you want the rotor to do to turn it on. So you want to do you want to leave it going clockwise? Press that one. Anti-clockwise, that one. Right. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. Anyways, we'll press that yoke. We'll press that, yo. Yeah. And then, yeah, the other thing when you slew it around, I forgot to say, you have to press this button. This button, you press it, and then see that light comes on? So that means it's brake back. So on the other one, it was mechanical brake back. You didn't have to worry about it. It just like a kind of a spring mechanism. If you hit something or pushed against something hard, the thing would just start falling it back. Whereas this is hydraulic brake back on the slew ram there. So if you don't press that, you have no brake back. So it's just solid, like it's locked, which is not the best job when you hit something hard, you know. So yeah, and then you gotta press that obviously again, and then this button here is for head tilt. See, look, now the head starts just floating, sorry. So when you're doing verges and stuff, I suppose you'd use that. I don't really use it that much. It's not that helpful, because it leaves the roller up, like for the hedges, so the roller won't really protect it that much. So anyway, we'll go to the next screen, which is press that button, and then this shows the percentage of power you're using. So clearly, this show's busy enough. So clearly we're using 20 something percent, just ticking over, and yeah, if you go pushing it, you'd probably be sitting about 50% most of the time. But I like that feature though, because you kind of know then. I know you're meant to know what the sound and all, but it's nice to be able to see then as well, like that you're not absolutely bulling it. Yeah. And then I like this as well. The servicing is kept on the screen, so like there's no way of forgetting it to service it. which is very good because obviously it's quite an important part of it. And then the next screen, that's for setting up. You can set up your user settings, each user different settings. You can calibrate it. You can, this one is for the filters. It tells you the filter part number and stuff, which I don't know, it's alright. Like, I don't know, there's not much point with that. Anyways, and then this, you can change it from Verge to Hedge. That's good, I like that. Kind of speeds up the responsiveness. And then there's advanced mode, but that's nearly good enough. And then you've got this yoke here, which is to change what the buttons do, but like there's not much more you can do with these buttons, because this one doesn't have easy drive system, which is basically it's kind of auto steer for hedge cutter verges, is the way I could describe it. So it's sensors on your head and it'll automatically keep it level and up and down, but this one doesn't have that, because I wouldn't be doing that many verges, and anyway, it's not much point. And then there's these, which is, no sorry, that's the same you're in. And then there's these, well, I already went through that. Anyways, then you can adjust your screen, obviously brightness and stuff like that. And then you've got, that's your EDS. They give you all the settings, but sure, there's no EDS in this machine. But anyways, just ignore that. And then test, I don't know, that's calibration and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of, that's all that's on the screen. It's nice enough, like, I think I prefer this yoke. I've never used the other small one, but I think I would prefer this because it's big and you can rest your hand on it. And the other one you tiny, I don't know, shut up. It's a nice joystick. It's better than cable controls. I was on cable controls before, and this is a world of a difference to cable controls. So anyways, I'll try and get a bit of footage of driving this yoke, because it's kind of hard to get footage while you're driving a hedge cutter and trying to film. So yeah, so wait, I want to try and see, you can see how good the joystick is, like. And yeah, the other hedge cutter we had didn't have the bar on the top there. See that kind of second bar on top of the main boom? So I kind of take from that makes a big difference now. If I was buying a hedge cutter, I wouldn't buy one without that, ever. Even like the one we had would have been a lovely thing to have on it. So basically that just means it makes them so much easier to drive. So it's just when you pull in your hedge cutter, it lifts up the second boom as well. So it kind of, otherwise you'd have to be lifting and pulling at the same time. Now you just pull and it does it both itself. I know that's not a new thing in hedge cutters. I know it's been around for like a long time, but our old one didn't have it, so it's nice that this one does. Yeah, I'm cutting a verge here, so I should probably, usually when I'm cutting verges, I change the flail direction to clockwise, because I'd use the other side of the flails to cut the verge. So when you're hitting, if you hit a bit of a stone or something, or you aren't blunting your good cutting side. So we'll try and leave them up now. So yeah, we'll turn on the lights there. They're not very good, but anyways, slow. It's a 6910 John Deere. Like, we're not planning on having class lights. There's loads of power in this tractor, and it's very stable as well. Could maybe do it a weight block or something, but nah, that's alright. It's fairly stable. Like, you might get a bit of a rock when you let it out fully and start messing with the slew, but you're kind of gonna have that. And we didn't go axle brackets because wanted to be able to change. Well, it's a lot cheaper to not go axle brackets, and wanted to be able to have the option of changing tractors around at some stage, you know. Well, not to plan on, but like, you like to have the flexibility, you know. Whereas the axle brackets are a lot more expensive, and then you're tied to the machine, you know. I know you got more stability in that, but sure, look, this is still an awful lot more stable than the other one, than the Spearhead. It was a Twiga 470, so yeah, it's a bit nicer. So yeah, this is your, well, this is kind of all I can really say about it. Like, it's a nice machine. I'm just going really slow here because you know, I'm trying to record as well. But yeah, it's awfully, like, you think this is maybe a little bit whiny, but this is awfully quieter than the Spearhead ever was. This is like very quiet. So yeah, and also, well, another thing I'd say as well is I was gonna maybe go for one without telescopic, and then decided not to, because I had other telescopic machines, like say teleporters and all that crack, and we were like, oh, if the telescopic is as handy on this as it is on them, you couldn't really live without it. And to be fair, you wouldn't think you'd be using it as much, but you really are. Like, the telescopic is so handy on these, you know, because when you're doing this, you can kind of have it in a lot, and then you have more stability, and it's a handy length of an arm to be maneuvering. And then when you can let it out then when you actually want to, you know, go out and cut something that's a fair distance away. But yeah, that's kind of all to say about it. I don't know, might check in a while when I got a bit more use out of it and see if there's any niggles. I don't think there will though. Hopefully there won't anyway. I don't think there will, because like everyone we've ever talked to about them seems to keep on going on about how great they were and all this crack. So yeah, like most of the country has them, as I said, so they have to be quite good. And yeah, like look, this is the telescopic now. I'll show you a clip of her out fully now, because yeah, no one really like actually shows the reach on that now. Mine looked that much in the camera, but that is a long way out, like 6.5 meters. Like you can cut everything, that's what I'd say, with a 6.5 meter, and you can do most of the stuff from the field. Whereas when you go any less than that, you can't cut everything. And you know, it just yeah, it's when you're doing work for other people, then you hate to say, oh, I can't reach that. So yeah, you kind of need the 6.5, I think. And look, it's the most popular, so kind of any machine you're going to buy, you're kind of going to end up buying a 6.5. Anyway, well, I suppose a 6 would probably still be good enough, but 6.5 is just nice length, I think, a reach. And look, the F14s, they seem to be quite a good flail now. I can't poke any problems with them yet, but I suppose, like, what problems can you poke with a machine over how many hours? Like, it's very hard to poke problems over 10 hours, you know, of work. Shrug. Alright, that was a bit of a heavy one, but anyways, looks like a good job. So I might check in quickly when I'm finished this hedge, but like there's not much point videoing me hedge cutting, because it's not too boring. A lot of lads give out how boring it is, but I don't find it that boring. Once you get into it, it's not too boring, because it's very satisfying, and got a bit of music there, and kind of, or podcast or something, and you can't just forget you're doing it. It's not bad. It's better than getting wet, you know. Better than doing a job outside and getting soaked all winter. I wouldn't say it's a handy number, because you do catch wire the odd time, but it's not a bad number either. It's kind of a nice job. Yeah, anyways, I'll come back when I've completed this hedge in probably, I don't know, an hour. And yeah, I don't know what I'll say then. I'll say Jiz did a great job, but sure, I kind of would be expecting us to do a great job, wouldn't I? It'd be bad if it wasn't doing a good job. And there's not much more to say about it. It's a hedge cutter, but then again, there isn't that many hedge cutter videos online, so I'd like to say this would be interesting if you're looking at buying a hedge cutter. I don't know, man. Jeez, when you get out of the swing of making the videos now, it's very hard to tell, am I waffling or not? Because, yeah, I might make a few cuts in these videos just to try and make them interesting. But, look, there's not much you can do to make hedge cutting interesting, can I? Like, not much clickbait for an out hedge cutting video, is there? Anyways. Oh. Right. Well, yeah, another thing. Definitely need to make a guard for the window. Definitely. So that will be made. But there's only another week. Well, there's only another, it's like 2 weeks left until the ban of hedge cutting, so I said I kinda Jesus Christ, this fella's flying. But like I have flashing lights and everything, like the lads don't see me. But said wait until it's done and then make a good one over the summer, you know, instead of kind of rushing one up and then scratching your windows and all this crap. So yeah, I will get back to you and however long it takes me to finish that hedge. Oh, well, I know I was supposed to wrap up that video at the end of the hedge, but I never did. So now is the finishing of this video. So it is now April and done a bit more hedge cutting after that. Didn't do that much. Well, did actually. Just had to service it. So yeah, done enough to service it. But so it gives me a bit more understanding of it, of the machine. So yeah, there's not much more to say about it. I didn't break any flails or anything, so which is a good sign. Just after some of the stickers need to be done on it. I think they were put on badly, that they were saying, so getting a new few stickers for it. So yeah, there's not much else to say about it. Just said I'd come on to finish the video because it doesn't look well having the end of the video as I'll show you some hedge cutting and then just finish it. So yeah, that's I was looking back at the footage and sometimes I didn't really show in the best. So in here then you've got there's your your fan, your cooler and pipes and stuff. What else did I see that was was missing? It's pre-plumbed down here for another pipe, so I think that's for a saw or something, or maybe for, I know you can get the head tilt yoke. You can get like a thing here that lets the head come up for narrow lanes. Maybe that's for that extra pipe, I'm not sure. So yeah, stands, I don't know, just have it parked up here. It stands quite well with the slew. Yeah, so that's the end of the video. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and sure, have a look on the TikTok there or give us a subscription, please. Thanks.